you should become a teacher. Can't teachers only earn 15,000?
So you might be like, I want to go do engineering, but your parents are telling you to go do nursing. You need to be self-motivated. Like, you won't get help if you don't ask.
Every course has its challenges.
No, really. It's okay that I failed, you know?
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Hi Shbooboo! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Mweshi, and I'm joined by
Amakali.
Yes, and today we are here to discuss all things navigating school as an academic, dealing with academic obstacles, academic challenges, as well as dealing with burnout as a student. And basically this video is just something to equip you with skills that can help you navigate second semester and make the most out of it, because we all want to pass at the end of the year. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay guys, also don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We are 250 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers, so please do subscribe to this channel. So please give us a brief introduction of yourself, like what do you do, what course did you study, how was the course, how was the dropout rate. School is hard, guys. So real, but school is hard, guys. So yeah, Faith, just give us a brief introduction of yourself.
So yes, guys, for those who don't know me, my name is Faith Amakali. I'm a 25-year-old. I graduated last year with my bachelor's degree in applied mathematics and statistics. The reason why I chose this specific course is just because I've always been passionate about mathematics. I've loved math all my life. Ever since primary school, like I was always good in it, you know. Girl.
I was also good in math, but when it came to high school, I don't know.
Really?
Oh, it started shaking in high school, guys, but I was good at math without a calculator.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that?
I've always been good, but in high school, like my grade 10 and my grade 9 year, it wasn't good because of the teacher that I had, you know. But when it came to now university, I really did not know what course to go with, because they really, like in high school, I don't think they really prepare us, you know, to like, these are the type of courses there is, this is what like, you can do.
You guys didn't have like a career fair or any? What did you school?
I schooled at January. There was a career fair we attended at NAST. However, it's just like any other normal career fair. You have to go and also acquire this information.
Also, I feel like somehow the way career fairs, there also needs to be a discussion around how career fairs are structured, because sometimes the institution will send out people to go talk to people, but these people are not familiar about what they're talking about. Yes. They don't have like a handbook or something to say, no, if I want to study public management, these are the possible job options that you have, or what. There's nothing. It's like the person is just there to say, okay, write your list, your name on the list to show that you what. Okay, give you pens and what, take pictures, and then they are done.
It's not informative. Yeah, and they really don't give us like what we need as students to actually now help us navigate like what it is that you want to go study. So for me to choose applied mathematics and statistics is also just because, like I said, I love math and I didn't know what else to go with, and I didn't want to go with something that I might not enjoy, so I just decided to go with my passion. My mom, however, wanted me to do medicine, but I was just like, nope. Don't go and study what your parents want you to study, because you're gonna be the one doing the studying. So I did math instead. I went into it not knowing what jobs I could get. Like, to be quite honest, like for my first 2 years, I really did not know. I was just there doing math and stats every single day. And then it was when I went to go do my internship at Namibia Statistics Agency, where I actually learned how to now apply what we're being taught in class into now the practical world. And that's when I saw that, okay, with this degree I can become a data analyst, I can become a statistician, I can become, you can work in the bank, you can work as data collectors, but mostly like we do like data analysis, data cleaning. Like every company needs a data analyst. So then once I did my internship, that's when I was like, okay, I actually really like this, you know. And then I graduated last year, and this year I'm continuing my studies. I'm busy with my honors degree in applied statistics. For honors, you have to major. It's either in math or in stats, and I love the stats, so I'm majoring in stats. And it has been an amazing journey thus far, and I'm currently a statistics lecturer at NUST.
You see, like we love girls that, guys, I love ambitious people. Like I don't know, I can just say this, like I love ambitious people. I love people who like have the drive to live, like not even if you don't know, but you can see that you want to do something with your life, or you want to further your education. Like I love people like that. And Faith, with you doing math and stats, like was there any pressure from family, like no, like this course, like people don't pass, or this course is hard, or like what's your experience, or what was your experience like doing a hard course? Because you know, these people who are doing CA, there are people who are doing quantitative finance, actuarial science, medicine and stuff, and you know, sometimes it comes from a place of, sometimes the parents are like, me, I know my child can do this, but then I also want them to utilize the funds that I'm giving them properly to go to university. So was there any external pressure to say that no, please do not study this because like people who are doing engineering, sometimes people are mean towards them, you know how relatives can be. Sometimes
they can project their fears onto you.
Yes, like sometimes they can be like, no, like, Oche, like why are you going to study this if you know that it's going to be hard and stuff? But yeah, like did you have some form of rift around that?
I actually did, because when I applied to NUST, my mom didn't know I was applying to NUST because she wanted me to go into medicine. And then after I applied and I got accepted, that's when I told her that I'm actually going to do math and stats. And she, number one, wasn't for it, but I think it's just because she wasn't really familiar with the course. She hasn't ever heard somebody studying math and stats. She also did not know what a person can do with that type of degree. She tried to talk me out of it, and she even sent her friends to come and talk me out of it. That's how deep it was. But one thing about me, like I say, I do what I want to do. I'm not going to do what somebody
cannot force me, but
yeah, you really can't
like,
force me.
Also, school is like hard already, like especially uni, like there's a lot of pressure. Imagine like waking up every single day and you're doing something that you don't like. Like it's not nice at all. And also Vambo parents have this thing of, no, if you're not a teacher, if you're not a nurse,
they just want the typical jobs.
Yeah, like teacher, nurse, something. If you mention something that they've never heard of or something, they're like, it's a taboo or something. Mind you, these courses that they're also suggesting don't make much money.
That's true.
Really.
That's
like if you do your research,
it's populated now.
Yeah, if you check, if you guys can check out Woven's channel, she has a finance series where she talks about what different courses, like if you do a particular course and you study to become a statistician, yes, you would make this much. Yeah. So you should watch that video so you're educated. It's this whole thing of, no, you should become a teacher, can't teach us only in 15,000. Yeah. So like just do your research, guys. Like do your research. Like we just need our parents to be more open-minded and willing to listen to us, because we also know what's currently going on in society, because we read, we have access to social media, and we can also do research.
Yeah, that's true. And also another thing is, you can have your own goals, but don't expect somebody else to understand your vision, what it is that you're working towards. So you might be like, I want to go do engineering, but your parents are telling you to go do nursing, but you know yourself why you're called to do engineering. And not everybody is going to understand that. And you need to stand in your identity and stand in your decision and go with it, even if everybody else is against it. And that's the same thing I did with me. Everybody around me, they were not for it. I swear they were not for it until maybe my second year, until I actually got to Namibia Statistics Agency, because my mom was like, oh, okay, it's a big company, she's actually doing really good. And I think she also got to familiarize herself with other people that studied or did the same thing. So only after my second year towards my third year is when she started like warming up to, okay, she's doing math and stats, it's actually big, you know, like she's actually studying math, you know. It only started like clocking in her mind later that, girl, like this degree is big, but it's a hard degree. I won't lie, like
Yeah, I completely get what you're saying, Shem. And it's very, very important to believe in yourself, even when people are saying that no, you cannot do this. If you put your mind to something, if you pray about it and you put your mind, your hard work and effort into it, trust and believe it will pay off. Because see, Faith is also here with her hard course. She graduated and now she's working. What are some of the biggest academic challenges that you've gone through your academic journey, and how did you walk through like trying to overcome them? Like what are those things that you've gone through that you're like, bruh, I'm smart, Nema?
I hear you.
But
Okay, so when I came to uni, I was able to see the difference in high school and university. In high school, they really spoon-fed us, like they gave us everything we needed. But in uni, you need to be self-motivated. Like you are not going to receive everything you need from your lecturers, number one, because they are not there to parent you. They'll give you what you need, but it's your job as a student to make sure that you do the extra research, you do the extra work. The notes that is given to you in class is not always going to be enough for you to pass the module to the best of your ability, you know. And just you attending lectures is not going to be enough. So with me, I had to learn that the hard way. So I needed to be proactive and basically like go out there and seek information for myself and not just expect my lecturer to spoon feed me, you know. So I would buy textbooks. I have so many textbooks, even though like the textbook that they always tell you like we recommend this textbook for this module, I used to get those, and if I wasn't able to get them, I used to make use of the library. And
very, very important. Those books in the library, they are not
very
unnecessary.
Important. And a lot of people don't actually use them, which is crazy.
Because for my course we had this other module, and the lecturer for each and every topic she put like prescribed material for it. And if you read those books that she prescribed there, it really adds on to the knowledge, because you know when you're studying from the slides, and that lady didn't used to give slides. So if you didn't come to class and take pictures or what, there will be no slides till we wrote the last exam. There were no slides given, and her online classes are not recorded. So if you're not in the online class,
so
there is no opunga. Like no, we're being taught by the age audition. So she was like, I don't do that. You guys must read and you guys must put in the effort to learn. And people pass that module. I don't think even anyone failed. But then for you to thrive, or for us to be able to thrive in that module, we had to do the research. Because she would like, one day she will just decide that no, you guys are presenting on Black Diamond. Black Diamond is a whole situation regarding mine workers in Namibia. So you have to do your research, and if your group is chosen, you guys must present. It's not everyone that's going to present, but if she chooses you guys prepared. Yeah, so it's very, very important. Make use of those books in the library. I know in our library at UNAM we have sections for different courses. Go to those sections for a different course and look. Let's say you're studying with struggling with a module, let's say mathematics. You go to the mathematics and look for a book that can possibly help you, and see, like, even you know they even have those scanner codes for you to access like an audio book. Some books have that, or for you to access other material that can possibly also help you. So it's very, very important for you to make use of it.
Yes, sir. You just really need to make use of your resources. Also, just like talking to your classmates. One thing about me, guys, I always try and become best friends with the smartest person in class, and that is going to help you. Because if you don't understand something, you can go to them and ask them, and they will help you. And you won't get help if you don't ask, you know. You won't get information if you don't ask. And majority of us are shy. Like even with me, I've always been a shy person at school. Like outside and with my friends, I'm bubbly and whatever, but in class, I'm that girl that's not talking to anybody. But I've learned the hard way that it's not going to take you anywhere. You need to always ask whatever it is that you need information from, even if it's from your lecturers. Like I remember, I think it was in my second year, I had this module, no, it was my third year, I had this module, numerical methods, and the notes our lecturer gave us, like I was just not understanding them. And I was honest with myself. I emailed him and then I just told him, sir, like, is there any other notes you might perhaps have that can help? And this man literally went to go do research, and he gave me so many notes, and that is what helped me pass the module. But had I not gone and asked, I wouldn't have gotten the information, you know. So it's all about using your resources, take my advice, become friends with the smartest person in class. They are gonna help you, and their drive is also gonna motivate you when
but
they go.
Also don't use them. Because I have experience, guys. Oh, don't use people. I'm like, don't be that person that, okay, now you don't even check up on the other one. Which I know, Chubby, you're not in class today or what. No, like, don't. We understand we're helping each other, yes, but also don't be the person. Don't be always the one taking, but you're not also trying to point to the other person's cup.
With the course itself, it was difficult, but I think I like challenges. So I took it in a positive way rather than a negative way, you know. But I'm also a procrastinator, you know.
Oh, so get started.
I'm also a procrastinator, so like maybe the challenges I would have is like now having to actually utilize my time nicely, efficiently, especially during exam season, because now that's the time you have to put in the work.
Also with math, you need to practice.
Yeah,
I know. If you don't practice
every day, if you don't, when that exam paper comes, you're gonna think you didn't attend class the whole entire year. So I think that would be the only challenge, like dealing with my procrastination, because it's the only thing that got in my way. Had I done my work, attended all my lectures on time, did my research, then everything would have been totally fine. Like I feel like every module is hard. It has its hard components. Yes, math is hard, but also other modules are hard. It's just a matter of about how you navigate the course. What are you doing to make sure that yes, it's hard, but I'm putting in the work, you know. Once you put in the work, there's nothing you cannot do, guys. There's nothing you cannot do.
And I love the fact that your answers are so well rounded. Like, you look at it from different perspectives and you want to give people a different insight into things. Like you mentioned that yes, math is hard, but then also there are also other hard modules. And yeah, like guys, every course has its challenges.
No, really.
It's not like there's a hard course, like it's just you. The willingness needs to be there from your end to be like, okay, today I need to be willing. I need to have that will and that drive and that discipline to say, okay, I'm going to the library, I'm going to practice, and I'm going to study, and I'm going to make sure that I pass.
Being self-driven and not just thinking that your lecturers are going to push you around. They are not your parents, and they are not lecturers are not the same as our high school teachers. High school teachers would like tell us do this.
Why did
oh my god! In university,
yeah, nobody cares.
If you didn't do your homework, ain't nobody care. If you didn't do your assignment, nobody's going to ask you anything. If you didn't
it will
study,
just reflect at the end of the semester, my dear. When you see that fail, yes.
No, really, then you now start thinking about all the choices you made throughout the semester. It's really just about really putting in the work yourself. You decided to go to school. If you're not ready, then why did you decide to go and do it in the first place?
Wasting money.
Exactly,
don't waste money, guys. Don't waste resources. Don't waste resources.
Don't make your parents go through that, guys. Like, just do the work, and it pays off. Just put in the work. Like 3 years, 4 years, push. Like really push, it's going to pay out, you know, at the end of the day.
So the next question I have for you, Faith, is have you ever failed a test? Have you ever failed a module? Like, how was that experience like for you? What did you learn? Like, what were your takeouts from it? And yeah, like, how was the experience? Because
as a student, it's not cute. But to answer your question, yes, I have failed several tests, and I have failed. It's uni, you're not going to pass every test. You might be the smartest in the room, but you're still going to fail. And I did repeat a few modules. Like I remember I had in my final year, I had a complex analysis, and it was such a pretty difficult module. And I think one of the reasons why I failed it is because I didn't try to understand. And that is something I only learned like later, like in my academic journey, that for you to actually pass a module, if you're just studying to pass, it's not gonna help. But if you really understand like the foundation of the module, what is it trying to teach you, what is the whole purpose of the module, then you also get to understand. Like with me, majority of my modules are math, and it's just numbers. So sometimes like you just feel like you're just doing calculations. But if you understand what it is, that actually what is this whole module about, for me it was very difficult at first because I was just like, yo, there's just numbers and letters. Like, yes, I'm calculating this, but what exactly am I calculating? That's why it was kind of hard for me. But after I decided to actually understand what is the whole module about, what's the foundation, doing research like we spoke about, is what helped me. And like the second time that I did it, it was way better and way easier than the first time, you know.
Also sometimes mathimbo I'm like like some modules require understanding, so it's important for you to understand the module and not for you to just memorize and go right. Like I've seen this personally firsthand, that you can study for something and you can fail because you do not have some form of understanding. You are just studying because you wanted to pass and clear the module, but yet again the lecturer wants you to gain something from that module, so that's why you end up in such situations. So I also just give my take on it. Have I ever failed the test and stuff? Because it wouldn't be fair for me to spotlight face flaws and then I don't spotlight myself. So first year, of course, like I failed my first test. I failed my test, but it wasn't that bad, but I failed my first test, and that was really humbling. It was like a wake up call. Hey,
you're not in high school anymore.
Hey, the environment has changed. Show me, wake up and study, babes. But that was a wake up call. But then also, like last semester I failed a module and I have to redo it next year. But basically I failed that module because of time management towards second opportunity exam, because I got a job. I was trying to juggle both my job and that module, because that was the only module I wrote like for second op. So it was like I had to make sure I passed this module, but then my work shifts were also not proper, because I would be going at 7 o'clock in the morning and I'll be coming back, let's say 11 o'clock in the night, and I still have to study and go write tomorrow.
And then you still have to be at work
after I'm done writing. So that was also very challenging. But like I just have to I don't know, like I just have to make it work. Like I understand it's like sometimes I just have to tell myself like, yes, I want to do this, but then it's God's timing at the end of the day. Like things sometimes don't work out and it's fine, because honestly I studied for first op. I really studied. I gave it my all and I failed. Majority of the class failed. Then people went to write second op. Those that studied passed,
of course.
And I didn't study properly because why? I was chasing the bag. But that's a reminder. That's a reminder that you have to make it balance. You have to.
You need to learn how to balance everything.
But guys, like courses are not easy. You will find yourself in a position that maybe you failed and you're stuck. But just make sure you don't fail too much to the extent where you can lose your funding, especially people who are NSFA funded. Please make sure you are reading the books properly. Make use of your consultation hours. Especially that module that I failed near. I felt like there was a lack of understanding of the content, because at some point I was just like, I don't like this module. Like I'm just going to memorize everything, and you know what? I'll cram everything, and whatever gets in, whatever doesn't. But
that can either benefit you or it can come and eat you. You know. But you're actually right, especially like with just cramming. Because with me, like when I got into my internship, I realized that things were being taught in class is actually the things we are doing here at work. Now, if you didn't understand, you're copying the whole entire time, you're cramming. Now, what is going to help you? Like when you get actually into the job space, do you actually know what you're going to do? Because if every assignment you're copying, every test you didn't try to understand, you're just like, it's not gonna help you. It's really not gonna help
people
you.
To do assignments for you.
I'm pretty sure if you went to school and it's because you are forced, maybe that's a different situation. But if you yourself, you have your own goals, you chose this,
you wanted it at some point. You need to put in the work.
You need to put in the work, because when you get into the workspace, it's going to challenge you, and it's gonna reflect the type of student you were.
And also, there's no free lunch in uni. Like there's no I don't know how I passed. at uni.
No, really.
Like this lecturer who said that to us in first year, he was like, because we failed that first test, he was like, there's no, I don't know how I passed in uni. Like if you didn't study, you would fail. There's no lecturer who's going to laugh with you, and they will laugh with you when it's time to mark your paper. No, I am boss. If you didn't put in the work, Mweshi, you will fail. You will fail, Shem. Okay, Faith, like, how did you bounce back, like, from the failure?
Okay, so when I failed the module, that obviously held me back, So I graduated a year later after my friends and the people that I started with graduated. And that kind of like took a toll on my mindset, and like I was kind of, I don't know, I just felt left behind, and I felt like everybody is doing better than me, knowing well that like I really did try and put in the effort, but obviously
things just didn't
work out. And it made me realize that like everybody's walking their own journey,
on your own time.
Exactly. And also you're gonna get there. It might just not be the same time as everybody else, but you're gonna get there. Everything works out for your good. And I'm a believer, I'm a child of God, so that kind of helped me, like just reciting and meditating on scripture that all things are working out for my good. Where the time is right, the Lord is going to make it happen. And looking back at like the setbacks and things that I felt like were holding me back and everybody else is going ahead of me, it actually, like, my path literally aligned perfectly. Like from the time I graduated, things were really just working out for my good. But had I graduated a year earlier, I don't think things would have worked out the same way they did, so it's just a matter about changing your mindset and also understanding that it's okay that I failed. Other people, they didn't fail, they made it, but that doesn't mean that you are not going to make it.
You are not, it doesn't make you less worthy.
Exactly.
Like God is for every single person.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like He knows what He's doing with you. Like maybe you are in your job season, like He wants to work something within you. He wants to work on your heart posture. You say that sometimes you'll not always have something work out your way, but it will work out in God's way. And now you got the internship. Yes, you got your internship, and now you're even working. So you see, God, He had a timeline for you that you know what, my child, not yet.
His plans
it's not
are
that
amazing.
Yes, it's not like that God is saying no. God is just saying that, you see what, my child, just wait a little bit. I'm cooking a storm. The soup must cook a bit, so so we can eat the boy cause.
No, really, bruh. And a no doesn't mean, like, redirection doesn't mean no. No, just, okay, a no means redirection. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're not gonna get it. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be the last one. Even if you are the last one to graduate, it was supposed to be like that. For the word says that the Lord knows the plans He has for you. These plans are to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. So these are
Jeremiah
the things.
29:11.
Clock it. So you really just need to remove yourself from the spirit of comparison. The next person, we are all coming from different houses. The way that person studies is not the same way you study. What you are going through at home might reflect how you are showing up at school.
And let's say you are living in a toxic environment, and someone who lives in a two-headed household with two incomes coming in, with electricity every day, food is endless. They have younger money to go to campus as much as they want. Go to campus, sleep on campus and study, and then still come back home.
Exactly.
And not like you who has to climb buses in the morning and stuff.
And then now you want to come and compare yourself to these people. We are all walking different journeys, and you just need to focus on your babes. Focus on you, focus on your growth, do your research, put in the work, and it will reflect and it will show. And when the time is right, everything is gonna fall into place. Sometimes we're just so hard on ourselves, guys, and it's not necessary, because that is now gonna put you into a depression. Now you're sad, now you might even drop out. But I have so many people that did the same course as me that ended up dropping out just because they felt like they were left behind. Like when I was in uni, where like I made friends, and then we were a group of like 5 girlies, and 3 of us graduated. The other 2, they dropped out after we graduated. 1 graduated first, and then the 2 of us graduated after. and then the other 2 were left behind because they had a lot of modules that they failed. And I still used to be like keep in contact with them, share notes, because now I'm obviously a year ahead, so I would share notes and whatever. And I don't know what happened. They ended up dropping out, and like it was literally just a year before final year, so they could have made it. They could have, but just because they felt like no, like the people I started with, they finished. Guys, we are running different races, and even though your degree is 3 years and you're there for 6 years, it doesn't matter. It's your journey, and it's gonna work out for you. You know, it's your mindset that changes everything. So if you are looking at it from a negative point of view, it's gonna turn out negative. But if you literally take even the negative and try and see the positive in it and try to see the good in it, like I always say, everything happens for a reason, you know. So even this setback, what is it trying to teach me, you know? And I think even like me failing that module, it made me realize to not trust in my own timing and to rely on God, you know. And to also, it also helped me to stop basically comparing myself to people, and also understanding that we are running different races.
Yes, also sometimes think of it from a different perspective, because what if God was protecting you? Let's say you are supposed to finish the course within 3 years, and then 1 year you are sitting at home, you are unemployed and you are depressed and you don't know what's going on, there's no internship, there's nothing. Exactly. Would you rather go through that than maybe you just going to school and you're like, okay, this year I'm just focusing on that one module, so I clear that module, pass, and then get my qualification. So let's just, we know sometimes you're going through things, but then also just try to change the view. So what is this? Julius Malema said, don't have a chicken view. Don't have a chicken view.
People with a chicken view, they only see here. We've got the giraffe view. We can see the future.
Yeah, like be positive and be hopeful.
Yeah, just because somebody finished before you doesn't mean that they might even make it before you. You know, just like when I started in my first year, I used to stay by my dad's place, and like there's this other girl, my cousin, that also used to stay there. We started basically together in class, and she graduated first. She got her degree, she got her honors, she got her masters. She's still sitting at home till this year. She hasn't gotten a job ever since. Like, she hasn't gotten a job, and she used to laugh at me, babes. And like, or not even laughing literally, but like she used to make me feel like, especially like when I failed that module, she'd be like, yeah, maybe some of us finished and whatever, and I would like sometimes feel bad and be like, yo, you know, she studied what's that course? Health Information System, HIS at NAST. So she did that her bachelor's degree, and then she went to go do her honors. I don't know what she majored in her masters, but she didn't even do it here in Namibia. Like, she was doing it online via some university. And till this day, she hasn't gotten a job now. She has started a business or something. But now look at how things turned out. Me, the one that graduated last, I'm doing good for myself, you know. And other people that I thought would be even higher than me because they finished before me, it's not the same, you know. So focus on you. Focus on you. Leave other people alone. Focus on you.
Focus on your, you know, when you're running track, you focus on your own track line.
Yes.
Play in your band. Okay, since we're on the subject of burnout, like how did you work towards overcoming academic burnout? Like, what coping mechanisms have you kind of tried to implement in your routine to make sure that, you know what, next time I'm going to do better and I'm going to be better? Sometimes people tell themselves, look, channel, I work better under pressure. But show me, it's all fun. Pressure. It's all fun and games until you find yourself in Katutura Hospital because you whatever lapsed on how many Red Bulls and it's not easy. It's a true thing. It's a true thing. You can find yourself even, what is this? You can even get high blood pressure if you're like too stressed. Like, you need to make sure your body is calm. That's why even if you're writing exams, it's important to get those 8 hours of sleep, or at least 5, 6. But yeah,
stay up all night, go and write without even sleeping. And then it comes and reflect in your, because you forget, your brain is already tired, you're pushing it the whole night.
Even if you knew, your brain will be foggy because it will be like, I need to rest so I can process, remember all this information.
Yeah, no. What I did is, like this year, I decided to implement a study schedule. and I had a study method also that kind of helped. You need to work smart and not hard. So then I came across the study method, which is basically called it's not called whatever, but like it works with the circadian rhythm. Basically, the circadian rhythm is basically our body's internal clock. So now between 8 a.m., but it actually starts at 9, but between 9 and 12 a.m., your body is at its highest energy and you're basically at your peak. So that's when you retain a lot of information. And when time starts going, like from 12 going to 3, that's why you start feeling a little bit drained and tired towards 3 p.m. So then that's not the time to really study. And then your circadian rhythm, it picks up again. So then like 9 a.m. is up, and then 3 a.m. it's down, and then it starts going up, and then at 7 your energy levels are high again. So you retain information better and your focus is even better. So then I decided to do that, and I decided to use that. So then like I said, I wouldn't be teaching the whole entire day, and I'm so grateful that I didn't actually have classes. Majority of my classes would be like 7:30, but like the time that I needed to study, like
our rhythm is high.
Exactly.
You are able to just be in the library and study rather than in the classroom teaching.
So then I would have like 2 study sessions. So then I would have a study session from 9, 10, 11, 9 to 12, right? And then after that, I do whatever it is that I want to do, and then I pick up again at 7 until 9 or 10. And that really helped, hey? Because you're working smart and not hard. Because now, see, you are studying the whole day, but you don't retain the information that you're studying. You don't even, and you're tired when you're trying to put this information in. It's not going to work. And I don't know, it might not work for everybody, but it worked for me. But another thing with this study method is that to kind of help with your focus is during the time when you're not studying, you shouldn't be doing things that take your focus away. That is like watching series like Netflix, because it's gonna like kind of make you tired. By the time it's 7 p.m, you might even be lazy now. You don't wanna study anymore. And also taking alcohol or smoking or whatever during that time, just doing things that are really going to take your focus away or that are going to remove your drive come 7 p.m, you know. But you could do anything, like you can read, you can rest, you can sleep, you can go to the mall, you can literally do anything it is that you want to do. Just don't partake in activities that are going to take your focus away.
Dopamine, guys.
So that when it's 7 p.m, your energy levels, your focus levels are still at its peak, and now you can pick up where you left off in the morning. And also change environments. Where you were studying in the morning shouldn't necessarily be the same place where you're studying or where you're going to be studying later in the evening. So that helps. So like in the mornings, I'll be studying at the library, and then in the evening, I would either do it at home or it would still be at school, but like in a different environment.
Yeah, like even in the library, you can maybe, for us, you can study in a study kettle. Let's say for how many hours? For the first, from 9 to 12 for your, and then
circadian rhythm.
Yes.
Drake even has a song with that title.
Oh, okay. Okay, Drake fan. And then you can possibly also then choose another place to study in the library, like just the benches or something. Just sit somewhere there and you can study. Yeah.
So just work smart. No hard. See what works for you. Excuse me.
And also, some people, like, you know that your peak hours are in the evening or your peak hours are in the early morning. So just make sure that you know which time is best suitable for you, or which time are you most productive, and use the time efficiently to start. Have you ever found yourself in a place where you are experiencing academic burnout, and how did that look like for you, and how did you possibly like overcome it? Like, you know, sometimes you are just tired, man. Like, as well, first semester, from core semesters to towards the end of first semester, like that semester is very, very long, like a whole 6 months. You're just going to school, and now you're just stressed, like like the drive somehow. You just need to charge yourself, like the battery is low. Like, how did you navigate that?
Okay, for me, academic burnout for me really like shows up as me being overwhelmed. Once I start feeling overwhelmed by school, that's when I know, okay, like it's getting too much now. And you get, like you said, you get tired, your drive is a little bit low. But with me, I mostly just experience academic burnout during exam season. Because that's when I'm like pushing. Because with me, once exams start, I don't stop. Like I will study, and I like all-nighters. I pull all-nighters during exam season, and that's I think what causes the burnout. Because now I'm tired. The body is tired. I'm just really operating on zero, you know. And I just overcome it after the exam season is over, you know. But I think we also experience burnout during the exam season because we leave things to the last minute. Procrastinators. Because if you're putting in the work throughout the semester,
you see those 5 hours that you're studying every single day during exam season, or 6-7 hours. Imagine if you implement it from the beginning. You'd be shining like a shining star.
So real. And also like one thing I also saw in my students, like one of them is like she was constantly studying from the first day of school. She was always in class. She's always asking questions. She does assignment is due on the 30th. On the 15th, her assignment is already in. You know, so these are people that do things on time. They study on time. They put in the work when you have the free time. Because like the first few months, yes, you are going to lectures, but things are not as hectic as like when test week is approaching and
you have 5 tests. You are studying for all those 5 tests
all at once. No, babes, you need to start studying from the first day. I swear, you might feel like, oh, I still have a lot of time. No, you don't like
There's
yourself.
No time, babe.
There's no time, because time is gonna go, and then you're gonna find yourself at a point where you have to put in the work. Now it's not a matter of choice, you have to do it, and it's gonna overwhelm you because now you're trying to push all this information in your head while all these minds, I don't know what you're doing, you know.
But also, it's also a matter of, it's not just passing with 50%, guys. You need to make sure that you qualify for postgrad and that you qualify to get your masters. So you need to be pushing towards that extent. At least your grades should look 60 upwards. Then rather than you having 50s and then you have to start over another degree, because you cannot do a masters in anything, or you cannot.
I actually didn't know that.
You didn't know that, babes. Our lecturers were like, in my course, hello, wake up. You won't qualify for postgrad if you guys are moving on this radar. They didn't place you. They laid out the board to us to say, you must already look that if I'm doing this degree, I want to do postgrad. How much do I need to qualify for postgrad? And am I maintaining my frequency of studying, my frequency of grades? Am I maintaining enough to be able to make it to masters, to make it to a PhD maybe? You know,
other people think, oh my dear, they just want to stop at the bachelor's degree, but
yeah, no, even if you're going to stop there, you want it to be proper, because you will find yourself in a position where a degree can only pay for so much. Like at some point you have to further your education for you to maybe get a promotion at work. That's true. Or maybe you need more skills to add on to your job. So yeah, like you just need to, I told you, don't have a chicken view. Don't have a chicken view, guys. Don't have a chicken view. Now, Faith, you earlier on mentioned that you are a lecturer, like you have a job, and then you are doing your postgrad, and then you also have like maybe your relationship that you're also balancing out. You like your relationships with your family, your friends, and stuff. Then you also have content creation. By the way, Faith is a YouTuber, guys. Please comment down below to bully her to come back to YouTube, guys. I'll link her YouTube channel down below. Please go subscribe,
guys. She doesn't believe me, but believe me, I'm coming back soon.
We don't need soon. We need a date
soon. Okay, let me say we're in what now? July, August, September.
You're still counting all those months.
September. I will start filming in August, so September.
1st of September, must see you on YouTube, my dear.
Okay.
From the 1st of September, I'll be harassing Faith.
Okay.
Where's the video?
I got you.
How did you like manage to balance all of this out, or how does that work for you? Because I also struggle with it, shame. Like it can never be 50-50, it can never be 20-20-20 everywhere. Like how do you manage all these things, like trying to also build yourself a career, a proper career, also still network, because you cannot be too comfortable in a job, still having to maintain your relationships, to say, okay, I need to check up on my mom, I need to check up on my dad, to check up on my friends, I need to make sure my sisters are fine, then I still need to make sure I pass.
Girl.
Yeah, but how do you make it work?
To be quite honest, like last semester,
Mm.
I was failing miserably to make it work because just of the schedule, you know, like, okay, I'm at school like during working hours, which is like from 8 till 5, like teaching, and then, but the good thing was that like I'm not teaching throughout the day, so I would have like different lessons at different times, and then after 5 I have my own classes to attend because I'm a student. Yo, Sana, and then it's deadlines from work, you know, setting up test papers, assignments, exams, and then memos. All these things had due dates, you know. And now with NAST, basically almost everyone, like test week is for everyone. So the week that my students are writing is also the same week I'm writing, but then I'm expected to give them tutorials to prep them, but then I also need to study. Yo, Sana, it was really hectic. I didn't even have free time. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I was even off socials like majority of the time. Like I would pop in, post, and then disappear again because I didn't have free time, and I had to learn how to manage my time. But even managing the time, I just feel like it wasn't working. But then I used to spend all my, literally every day I was in the library. If I'm not teaching, I'm in the library, either doing work or studying, because if I go home and then now I have to make time for other people in my life and my other relationships. So it was really just time management. But
at home, people want to laugh with you again, but
there's no time to laugh. I need to study. No, really. And
no, maybe I cannot cook today.
I can't cook today. Like I have a test tomorrow. Yo, Sana, it wasn't easy. And also another challenge was that when I started, I was given notes to use for my students, but because I'm a student, I was like, this notes is not going, they're not going to help my students. So I decided to
be a lecturer you never had also.
Yes, I wanted to be a mother to everyone. So then now I have to make notes. And the funny thing is they called me like today and I started tomorrow. So now with the notes, I used to make notes every evening for the next day.
The next class.
Now imagine I'm making notes, but I have my own schoolwork. I have to study, but then my work comes first. I need to make the notes. So really the time, it was just not giving. Hey, it was really difficult. I struggled a bit. I struggled with burnout actually. I really did. I was overwhelmed majority of the time. I was tired majority of the time.
Same, babe, same.
But I think also because I know what I want in life, those challenges don't really stop me. Of course, I will cry, and I'm a crier. I will cry, Shem, because I'm like, what do you mean? You know, and you don't get enough sleep, But it's really just like create a schedule for yourself, make a timetable for yourself, and just like really try and see where to fit, what are your top priorities, because
keep the main thing the main thing. If school is the main thing in your life right now, keep school the main thing, and then everything else comes second. If your job is your main thing right now, keep your job the main thing, and then you focus on the rest on the sides properly. Just know what is your priority right now, what is your main focus, your focal point.
And my friends also know that like once Faith locks in, you guys won't see her for a very long time. And I'm glad they know that, because I'm really the type of person, because I know what to prioritize and when, you know. If I know school is eating me, guys, I love y'all, but this month I'm not going out, nobody comes to my house, I'm busy. We'll see each other when it's holiday or when it's recess or something. And if they are really your friends and they understand the journey you're on, they're going to understand, you know, because everything is difficult and we really need to make our priorities straight. And in that moment, school and my work was the most things, like my main priorities. And going out and doing all these other things, creating content. That's why I haven't even been creating content. There's no time, babes. The priority wasn't the content, but now it is.
What keeps you going, like academically? Like what keeps you going keeps you driven, goal-driven, motivated, disciplined? Like, what's your why to some degree? Like, what keeps you going?
I want to be successful. I know what it is that I want in life, and I think that's what really drives me. With everything that I do, I have this picture of success in my head, the type of person I want to be, the type of job I want to work at, the type
Corporate girly.
you know. So this really drives me, hey. So like, I wake up every day and I put in the hours knowing that this is going to pay off, you know. And if you don't know your why, if you don't know why you're doing it, if you just got into this course because you were told to go and study it, then you might not as well know why, you know. So you're just doing it because you feel like it's something that you have to do. But if it's something that you chose to do, or somebody else chose it for you, but you have seen like the end goal, you can see where you can end up with a specific degree, it's gonna push you to become even better. Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What type of person are you? Where do you work? What do you do? You know, what are the places that you go to? These are things that can help you to navigate through your academic journey and just make things a little bit easier for you. And not easy in a sense of like things are not hard or anything, but because you know that this, once I read this, I'm going to sow this in the end. Then that is literally what that's what keeps me going. But also what keeps me going is really just God, you know, and really dedicating everything to Him. Even my studies, even everything, like I will literally come to Him. And because the Bible says like in all your ways, what's the verse? In everything you do, like always dedicate it to God, you know, and He's going to help you.
Glory of
His kingdom. Exactly. So that helps. That really helps. You know, God keeps me rooted. He reminds me of who I am. He constantly reminds me that He has amazing plans for me, and that alone literally keeps the drive. It keeps me going. It makes me realize that, like I said, we are all running our different races. Just because you made it first doesn't mean that I'm not going to make it. Somebody else's success doesn't mean that your own success is not going to come. And yeah,
speaking of that, jealousy is an evil spirit, guys. Instead of being jealous, be motivated.
Yeah, be motivated. I think
if Faith can do it, then I can also do it. If Faith can graduate, I can also graduate. I'll just put in the hours.
Yeah, I think also instead of looking at other people with an envious eye or like from a jealous point of view, be motivated, like be inspired, you know. What is it that you see in them that you'd like to see in yourself, you know? Okay, like I said, I like smart people, so I also try and see and mirror what they do. Okay, they're always studying, they're always using the resources in the library, they do this and that, and that is how they became the person that they are today. Those are the things that also inspire me to do the same things, and I know that I'm going to end up at this specific place if I'm consistent with these things. And that is why this doesn't have to do with the topic, but this is why I like K-Yams. Like, I think the way I'm so hardworking is because I listen to that woman. Because I see how hardworking she is.
Wisdom and wellness, guys.
That woman wakes up at 4 a.m.
every day.
And I'm just like, hey, and you can see like her life. You can see how really the work she put in really
even
like
Big
paid out.
Nande, do you watch Big Nande's channel? You must watch Big Nande's channel.
I will look into her, but like these are things that inspire me, and it's what since I'm inspired, I'm also using the things that they are doing. Like I literally mirror what they're doing, because I know that if I do this, it's gonna come out the same way. So instead of being jealous, be motivated, be inspired. You can do it, guys. And find a relationship with God, build a relationship with Him. He's going to make your academic journey like 10 times a little bit easier than how it would have been if you were doing it by your own strength.
For me personally, I think what keeps me going is the fact that I'm a very ambitious individual. Like, people that know me from a young age know that, this girl is going to make it shame. Like, guys, I'm very ambitious, like, and I'm also very stubborn. I don't take no for an answer. I know what I want. Like, Kris Jenner. She said if you ask someone and they say no, then you're possibly asking the wrong person. So you know why when one door is closed, another one will open. So I just know that I'm very, very ambitious and I know what I want for my life. And I know I can push through and achieve whatever I put my mind to. And that's basically, I'm truly grateful for God for giving me that perspective or that outlook on life. Because there's one of my friends who complimented me, like, she was like, Chomi, like, you are so disciplined, and like she loves the fact that I'm so disciplined and motivated. Because I'm like, there's this other day she woke up late, I was like, I texted her in the morning and then she didn't respond, and then I was like, we are making money, you are sleeping. I was like, yeah, we are making money, you are sleeping.
So real though. So real.
Like God shame, like having a relationship with God. Like I just know God has something for me. Like God has a purpose for each and every one this earth, and I know He has a plan for me. So that's just what keeps me going, as well as my haters. My haters cannot see me slack.
Disappoint them.
Ooh.
They need to be shocked at your success.
My haters cannot win, guys. They cannot win. Even when I feel like, you know, sometimes you feel like, oh, maybe I should just give up. Then I remember, no.
Yeah, no.
My village people can never celebrate.
So real, Shem. So real.
It never gave.
It never gave and it never will.
Exactly. For the last question, I would like to ask Faith, if since you are done with your qualification, like your what is this, your bachelor's degree, if you were to go back to your first year self, like what would you do differently, or what would you tell her at that position that she's in? Like what advice would you give her as a math and stats student? Like,
yay, good question. Okay, basically number one, I would tell her, don't be shy. Don't be shy to ask questions. And that also in class, even if in class you guys are 100 and something students, I was lucky because when we started our first year, we were maybe like 50, and then second year 30, third year 20. Yeah, like in my final year we're only like 10 in a class. The course is hard. The course is hard, but like I would tell myself to really ask questions, because especially like the first year, I did not want to be that girl in the class that's always asking questions, you know. But I see when other people ask questions and then they get answered, and like these are the same questions that I might have had, and now I have questions that nobody asked, but because I'm too shy to ask, I didn't get the answers to, you know.
Also sometimes God can also use you as a vessel for someone else in the class who doesn't understand. Let's say Mweshi is shy, but then you are confident, but you can ask the question, but you're like, oh, I don't want to be that girl. But Vuki says. So I'm just going to keep quiet. But if you ask the question, also other people in the class would be benefiting from it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Another thing is, I like doing things by myself, but I've realized that like when I study with people like in a group, especially because it's math, it's numbers, when you're with other people, like it makes studying a little bit easier, you know, instead of trying to do things by yourself. Like find a community, get a study group, you know, people that will motivate you and also like push you to also put in the work, you know. If you have a study group, yeah, you need a village. Hey, you're not gonna make it by yourself at all. You're not gonna make it, because there's things that you don't know that you need to know, but you won't know because you haven't allowed yourself or given yourself the opportunity to network with other people that are probably in your class or a year or 2 years ahead of you. Go to them and ask them questions. Like with me, another thing that I would have told like first year Faith is that like really go even to like people that are doing the same course as you, but like in their second or third year, ask for advice.
I was strategic.
Really?
You think I was strategic from the jump start. When they are done with the module, Chomi, give me your test papers.
I always started doing that like in my, towards the end of second year.
You think I am playing all those notes? You know, there are some lecturers who only send slides at the end, but for the people the previous
they already
so once as soon as my friends are done writing, the ones that are here ahead of me, like I ask guys, can you please give me your material? Because at the end of the day, they pass the module.
Yeah.
Once they know they pass, they are not writing second or anything. I ask for the material so I can also use it.
You should be smart, my dear.
And strategic.
Like her.
like me. Anyways, so yeah, for our last question would then be like, what would you tell your first year self? Like, what if you were to go back? Like, what would you tell her to do differently? Yeah.
Okay, so firstly, I would tell my first year self to not be shy
Mm-hmm.
and to always ask questions. Especially in class, like I would be too shy to ask questions, but then other people would ask the questions that I also wanted to ask, and obviously I'll get the answer, but I'll still be left with some questions. And because I'm too shy to ask, I don't get the answers. So don't be shy, always be that person. Even if you're the only person in class asking questions, be that person. Your lecturer is going to think you are the smartest in class, even if you're not. And that's a very good thing. Another thing would be to manage my time efficiently, because like my first year, it was during COVID times, so we're home majority of the time, and I was just doing about anything. But had I really built like the habits that I now have, like in my first year, it would have made everything way easier. Like really getting that study method if you need one, using your resources, asking the questions that you
Consultation
need,
hours.
you know, making use of those consultation hours. Go and speak to your lecturers, using your time efficiently.
For me, I would say like if I were to go back in time, since like I don't know, guys, I already had the game plan. I told you guys I'm an ambitious person. I'm always cooking up a storm. But yeah,
Be like Mweshi.
yeah, like if there's one thing I would tell myself then, if I'm to go back to first year, which was like last year, would be, man, you know what, trust the process, babes. You're cooking like we will make it.
I think you went into first year already knowing what it is that you need to do. And
yeah, so
you really used your resources, you used the people around you, not like in a bad way, but like they helped you.
and I also help them.
Exactly.
No, it's also just a thing of like, you know, when you're the eldest daughter, like your mom's only, like, you know, the expectations shame. So I'm just like, I'm here to get this degree.
Are you the only
and
child?
No,
Oh.
I have siblings. You know, what is this eldest daughter syndrome? Like now she expects
like
you to
firstborn syndrome things. I just knew that, my dear.
yeah, like
No, you guys have a lot of pressure.
yeah, no, not like, I don't know, I have an elder brother, but then
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even still being the eldest daughter,
just
you
being a
always
girl
feel like
child,
you need
and you are the eldest
to
daughter,
show up.
yeah, because I'm my mom's eldest girl, so now it's like anyways, guys, we've unfortunately come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Please comment your takeaway from this video, and also if you want to contribute to the conversation, please kindly drop your comment down below so we engage in the comment section down below. Please keep it respectful and mindful so that I don't have to block you. Yeah, so yeah, clock that. And if you also just don't have anything to say, you can just leave white hearts so we know that you've made it to this part of the video. Guys, I've created a study schedule that's accessible for you guys to also use. Something sort of a planner for you to just schedule out your days and how you want to work around the semester. So I'll also link that down below. I'll link Faith's channel down below.
Please go subscribe, guys. I'm coming back.
And then I'll also link her Instagram so you can check out her Instagram. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Hey Shbooboo, please nominate me for the Namibian Content Creator Awards under the categories YouTube Channel of the Year and Emerging Content Creator. So basically what you do is you search up NAMCC Awards. It takes you to the site. Obviously your site will not look like this if it's your first time nominating someone, so you will be required to log in or to sign up to the site so you are able to nominate a content creator. So basically what you do is you scroll down, you select emerging content creator, and once you've selected emerging content creator, you enter nominee's username, being my username now at Mweshi_Kutondokwa, and then you add one link to any of my social media platform, and then you can also add a second link which is optional. You can add a link to that of my YouTube channel, that of my Instagram, or that of my TikTok. So basically you go to YouTube. Once you get to YouTube, you select on my profile, you select on more. Once you've selected on more, you copy the link there, and then you come and paste it at the social media platform. And yeah, you submit the nomination. And then once you are done nominating, your screen should look something like this.
Let's go.